flin, flarn, fliggly, flip, flop, flipping, flipping, flip, flop is y'all talking about? Number one. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Now, I got a link. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Say, why come you're not in the desert, Gerard? Because I'm doing a supply run. That's number one. Two, I don't want to talk about that. I need to talk about this roundup. What the hell is going on? And not the comorbidity that they like to put in all your food and tell you that it's organic. Not that stuff. This roundup stuff. Somebody sent me a link talking about they gonna come round some people up. Anybody listen, nobody's rounding you up. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're that crazy. All right, some of us are not roundupable. What's going on, Lee Houston? Are you roundupable, Lee Houston? Can people round you up? I think the only way you can round me up, you keep poisoning my food. That's the roundup they're talking about. They're talking about poisoning people's thyroids. Continue to subsidize comorbidities that cause people to have the conditions that allow them to die from the common cold. That's what they're talking about. Rounding up. They ain't rounding nothing but. Because listen, I would tell you this: I am not roundupable. You can whether poisoning the food or coming to my door. It's not gonna go down like that. It's not. Listen, Greenwood was a place, and I ain't playing it with you sellouts and your little leadership authority. Now you come on. So anyway, I'm not gonna run my mouth too long. I got to do this real quick. I want to go to the roundup from InfoWars. They said that the U.S. Incorporated talk about rounding people up who don't engage in the billionaires experiment. The people who don't seem to realize that you can't eat trash your entire life and not die of bacteria in the common cold. All right. Oh, look at that. I forgot about did y'all hear about how the microdust? Did y'all hear about the microdust that went, it came out of the conspiracy theory category and now it's a real thing? Yeah. This is why people who are technologists, we don't get excited when y'all are like, that's a conspiracy theory. That's just not real. It's not real. Many of us have signed NDAs that we will never talk about. And we'll just sit back and say, yeah, okay, well, I didn't know what they were fully trying to do, but yeah, I didn't see something that makes some damn sense, But that's the problem with like the modern world. People have no idea what modern technology is. Modern technology is a lie. That's what they allow in the public domain. There's always a lot more going on. Where is this link at? Actually, I didn't even read it. I just went over to I think one of the sisters sent it to me. Said they're coming around people up. No, they're not. That's gonna be the end of this. That's gonna be the last day of U.S. Incorporated. You go around, you start knocking on people's doors, trying to round. Nope, we didn't seen that before. We know it. Nope. Slavery is a choice, and I won't be choosing that. Hey, Mark, it is a happy Saturday. Who is that? Lee Houston, good morning. Dale, you hear me fine? Good, okay, because I don't know what my connection is like. I'm sure it's better here because I had to come to Rockefellerian World to do a supply run than it is out in the at camp. Hey, Olivia, good morning. Just fear porn is all, and that's it, Mark. That's the price. See, here's the problem with you, Mark, is you actually pay attention. They do this to see what you're going to say. They release these a slip document. I didn't do my ad. My what is his name? The guy from InfoWars, Alex Jones, do his voice. Release document that shows that the American government's trying to round people up. They're not trying to round people up, y'all. They just want to see how you're going to respond. They want to see if you're round upable. So this is the time where you start to speak out and say, yeah, I'm not roundupable. I don't do slavery. Other people do. My neighbor, hello, we're here to round you up. No, oh, no, I'm sorry. You got the wrong door. That's my neighbors. There's some good house Negroes. They're roundupable. Or there's some good house Caucasians. They're roundupable. There's some good house Hispanics and Asians. They're roundupable. But I'm not roundupable. You got the wrong one. I had no dog in that fight. If y'all still believe that the billionaires cured the common cold, and I'm a you can keep on believing that. You can keep on doing whatever the hell you want to do. You know what? They deleted the link. All right, that's it. Well, I was going to show you the link. They deleted it. The link is gone. Well, somebody will post it. But yeah, they're not trying to round anybody up. Like Mark says, what they do is they put it out there to see how you are going to respond if you are round upable. I am not. Nobody's rounding me. I gotta, you got a hole puncher. Can't say the other word. That'll probably trigger an algorithm. Now eating correctly is a little harder. Yeah, well, you know what? And that's the thing, Lee, is when you're paying attention, you say, okay, I get it. You poison people, problem, reaction, solution. You poison people, they die of the common cold, and you get them to do things that they would not normally do because out of fear. And what educated people stop and say, wait a minute, let me actually read some science and realize what the hell is going on. Then you start looking at the comorbidities, and then you realize what happened in 2020, and you stop falling for the bullshit, and you stop abusing children by putting face diapers on them and treating them like they're a little slave for the billionaires. All right, don't do that no more. I actually got pissed off yesterday. Who was that? Lee. Man. I have to remind myself that I let people live their reality. But when I see these kids walking around, it was the weirdest thing, Lee. I saw two elderly people walking around with a couple kids, three kids, and they all had on their face diapers, and the elderly people didn't. I tell you what, I've never in life needed to feel the need to I'm not gonna say it. I have no idea why you would agree and go along with other people abusing your children or your grandchildren or your nieces or your nephew. I don't understand it. If you're scared, then you need to go look in your closet. You need to go look in your refrigerator. Think about what you've been eating for the last decade in life and realize why your body doesn't work. All right, our thyroids are jacked. Yes, they are, Ruby. And it's so because they poison our thyroid. I used to be overweight, Ruby. Rudy. I used to be Ruby. I used to be overweight. Why was I overweight? It wasn't viruses and it wasn't bacteria. It was the fact that I would watch TV and eat that crap that they put on television. Never eat anything that has a damn commercial. They've been poisoning our thyroids from the very beginning. And now they're just getting real good at it. And so people come in all shapes, all rounded shapes. And they can fix that by stop eating that crap. And there's a lot of good medicinals or a lot of good herbs you can use to balance out your thyroid. Anyway, that's a whole lot, Cedar. That's a whole lot. Yep, it's going to get more and more obviously ridiculous. It is, Jonathan. So this is why I say, like, we can't play with it. Don't play with these people. These people are serious. They're stupid, but they're serious. They will release information just to see how the public will react. And I can't find the link anywhere. So, and I think InfoWars is banned on Facebook anyway, because stupid people actually think that Alex Jones is a moron, wherein he unfortunately knew a hell of a lot more about how the world worked than most people I know, which is, that's disturbing. It should be a little disturbing to people that Alex Jones actually nailed most of this stuff, including Hitachi Smart Duster, which is now publicly available. He nailed that damn near 15 years ago. And if you're like, oh, he's crazy, he's a white supremacist. No, he's just a shock jock who's stuck between being news and a shock jock. That's all he is. But he was damn sure right about a whole lot. All right, what more? Fear porn. Just, fear porn. That's it, Rudy. All we have to do is just make a stance. You ain't rounding me up. Ain't gonna happen. I will take option B every single day. I will take the Civil War option over you telling me anything. It has nothing to do. Oh, that just because they want you to wear a mask and social distance. No. If they wanted me to, if the government gave like paper towels, said this is the official paper towel of the government, you got to wipe your butt with this, it'd be a civil war. First of all, this is hard and it hurts too. It's not even about it being hard and it hurting. It's about the fact that you have no right. That's what that's about. Somebody tell me, what are the legitimate governments in the world? And nobody from the America, because they always gonna say they're getting, it's like, you don't have a government, people. All right, other people might have some governments. Britain, United States, you don't have a government. You have a corporation. They literally mimic your government as a corporation. Please stop talking about a government. You sound very ignorant. Please read the Washington, D.C. Act of 1871 and understand how your world actually works. You have a literal, legitimate, documented, factual, legal oligarchy. 100%. You don't have a government. There are no legitimate governments in the world. Like Bob Marley said, all laws are illegal. Every last one of them, because all the corporation governments are illegal. The only sovereign thing on this planet is the human being. You dictate what happens to you. There are no legitimate governments. adults. That's slavery. That's if you have a leader, you are a slave. You are following someone. You got a master. There is no leader. Adults don't need leadership. Adults don't need to be led. Adults get past the age of 18. They understand how their world works and they make decisions for their damn self. They don't need nobody leading them around on a leash like a child like that. And that's just ignorant. Please stop putting these children on leashes. Grow the hell up, people. They're not dogs. But that's how we always come back to abusing children. That's kind of how they do this. But yeah, ain't nobody around me. It's gonna be some Django, Django. And here you come. No, listen. I ain't head around you. No, you're not. Do you know that it's a sign? I don't know if you know this, but it was a sign back at the beginning of my driveway, about 2,000 feet that direction, that said no trespassing. I don't know this, but you about 2,000 feet past where you supposed to be. And I don't know how you got past the hounds. Oh, I know how you. I brought the hounds in. Damn it! Release the hounds. Round me up. Nope. I take option. I'm done with this existence. You can do anything you want to me, but you ain't never gonna tell me what to do. I have a problem with authority. I've always had a problem with authority because I'm an adult. I am my own authority. That's why. Anyway, make most of the deer in the headlight. Makes most of the deer in the headlights. Well, fear is you get people running. That's all you get. I'm not sure how that relates completely, Mark, but deer in the headlights, they freeze up or they run the wrong direction. They just run any direction. I think you're not supposed to react. Just don't even react. I was trying to explain that the other day, Mark, which is you don't hide from false authority and you don't go along with false authority. You understand that false authority does not exist. It's like the Matrix, the spoon. You don't need to fight it. Why do you need to fight something that's false? That's stupid. Why would you fight something imaginary? Don't need to fight it and don't go along with it. Just disavow its existence. You don't exist. You don't have that authority. You are literally making stuff up because you want to control people. That's all you got to do. It doesn't exist. And that's how you fight a system, is you stop being a user of it. Using the system is fighting it or going along with it. But that is a user. It's like the political parties in this country. People think that they're two. Like, how old are y'all? Y'all still think it's too? You have an oligarchy. Political parties aren't allowed. Those are just the animated. That's the acting portion of the corporation. Right? You don't have two political parties. You got one political party. It's called Greed Corporation. They got two different legs to keep you engaged. Actually, I got to turn my laptop off. It's not even plugged in. But I'm not going to be able to bring up the link. But most of y'all probably got it in Messenger. If you got the right friends. If you got the right friends, you'll know what's going on in the world because you'll get all kind of inboxes in Messenger. But they don't allow the post to stay out there that long. It's like they took it down. Nobody's rounding anybody up. The only way they'll do that is if you agree to it. If the majority of people seem like they'll respond to it because they still believe the billionaires, then, that might happen. But that ain't happening to me. That's your reality. Ain't never gonna happen to me. All right, let me get down here. I gotta get out of here. On the leash. Yep, they got people on the leash, Adam, and they're just dangling them around. The CNN, MSNBC, Fox, ABC News, Big Pharma just got all these people on leash and they're just dancing them around like they're just, it's some sort of a sideshow. Don't be on a leash. Don't be leashable. Take that leash off. You're not their dog. You're not Big Pharma's dog. And besides, and that's another point too, most of us have watched Big Pharma kill people we love very much and kill them slow, make a whole lot of money doing it, selling their drugs, testing them. And first of all, I tell you this, I work with Big Pharma, but I got something against Big Pharma. You can kill a whole bunch of people I love. You come to my door, somebody comes to my door in the name of Big Pharma that they want to round me up. You finally gonna get the fight that you want. You finally are gonna get the fight that you deserve. So that ain't gonna happen. Parents, adults are the only people forcing children. Yeah, it is. Well, so what they do, Adam, right? And you know how this works. They get the parents to abuse their children, and the parents go along with it. They don't actually do anything. But look, you guys, I only got it in a minute. I actually got to do some rounding up. I just heard some noise, so I got to get going. I just wanted to say, hey, they're only going to do a roundup if you're round up. You can't be round up. That's what slavery is a choice. Kanye West got it right. You want to dance around with these little house Negroes and house Caucasians and house Asians and house Americans. Hispanics. If you want to dance around with them for Big Pharma, then go ahead and do that. But I tell you what, you start showing up in mass, rounding people up at the doors, your world will come to an end. That is a promise.
Do you wanna, do you wanna, do you wanna, do you wanna break the chains that bind me? 'Cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you wanna set the world free, have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you wanna let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna boom, 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 boom? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you wanna